Hi, Calvin Anderson. Today's topic is going to be what everybody's been seeing on TV, on the news, sexual harassment. We saw on the news that President Donald Trump was accused of sexual harassment. A top movie star executive was accused of sexual harassment. So now everybody's running around feeling paranoid. Well, a friend of mine called me from Chicago. He was worried. I said, "What's up, man?" He said, "Man, check this out, Calvin, man. I've been in a relationship with this young lady on my job for 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 years. And the relationship went sour." He said to me that the woman started making demands. She wanted a car, a house, financial backing. So apparently the woman was going through some financial difficulty. So he resisted. He didn't do this for this woman. So the woman left with a bitter taste in her mouth. So she began tearing his character down throughout the company. So he's pretty upset about it, but he didn't know who to go to. So I said to him, I said, "Listen, man," I said, "you have nothing to fear because the law states a woman can sexually harass you also. It's not just a man sexually harassing a woman." And the woman turned out to be his supervisor. So I told him, I said, "Man, you take that to HR." I said, "Because if it was going on that long, people saw what was going on. And if you were visiting her at her place, the people in her street or in her neighborhood saw you coming over there. So you have nothing to worry about." I said, "As a matter of fact, you're the one that's being harassed because she has no right to go out throughout the company and malign your character amongst your peers. She should have just moved on because basically it was consensual." So today, I'm just saying, it's a two-way street. You could be sexually harassed by a man sexually harassing a man, or a woman sexually harassing a woman, or a woman sexually harassing a man, or a man sexually harassing a woman. But it's wrong. But as you get into a relationship on your job and the relationship goes sour, you know what? You just got to deal with it and move on. Life goes on. Just don't have no more relationships on the job if it didn't work out. Sometimes I just think it's not cool to do it anyway because stuff like this comes up. Raw emotions start spewing throughout where you work at. So I told my friend, I said, "Man, you go to work with your head up high, and if she starts something or makes a wrong accusation to you, then you know what? You take her for everything that she got because she has no right to lie because the relationship went sour. That's not good, and she should be fired." So my advice to anyone on the workplace is you're being sexually harassed, report it. Just report it. Nip it in the bud right there so that you can stop it. Because you don't have to go to work and be harassed or be frightened about your workplace because somebody's upset with you. If you're right, you're right. And it'll all come out in court. So I gave my friend that advice and he felt so much better about himself. Sometimes you have to learn the law so that the law can protect you. But you have to learn where you want to play. Sometimes don't shit where you eat. You know what I mean? Like at your job, is that's how you make your money and your living. Try not to create a relationship on the workplace. Sometimes it can't be helped. You might find somebody that you might just fall in love with. Y'all might get married. As that happens, it happens. That's great. But if it doesn't work, you have no right to lie on the other person because it didn't work out for you. Just move on. Move on. Don't spread idle gossip through the workplace. And harassment, if somebody's running around the workplace and they're gossiping about that other person, going to people and just lying the character and say, oh, this person's seeing that person's seeing that person. That's the person that you should fire. That's the person that should be terminated and walked off the premises. Okay, and you know what? There's a lot of men that do that. There's a lot of men that basically gossip in the workplace. They gossip and don't know what the hell they're talking about. But they're creating this whole situation. So if you got somebody that's gossiping and running back and forth, talking about you're hitting this woman or you're doing this, you know what? Go to your HR department and report it. Don't matter if he's a supervisor, don't matter if he's a person that you work with, it's wrong. Mind your own business. Just mind your business. If you're walking down the hallway and you see somebody hugging, it's none of your business. Keep walking. Unless you start screaming, you can say, hey, what's going on here? But if they're consensually having a situation amongst each other, leave them alone. It's nobody's business what's going on. If there are adults and they agree and they're in love with each other and they want to be with each other, then leave them alone. It's nobody's business. You don't have the right to go around the workplace and spread idle gossip. That should be in a code of conduct book when you read. Do not spread idle gossip. It could be considered a firing offense. So I'm coming to everybody on your workplace. Don't get into the gossip. On your workplace, if you're in a relationship and you two broke up, just leave it alone. Don't start having a situation on your job. If it's over, it's over. But it's not worth losing your job. It's not worth somebody lying on that person because they're mad because they didn't get what they want out of the relationship. If the relationship is over, it's over. Life goes on. Period. I'm just bringing this to you because this is what I believe and it's the law. So you can be sexually harassed by a man sexually harassing a man, a woman sexually harassing a man, a woman sexually harassing a woman. Sexual harassment comes in all different forms. And what the news media is not telling you, there's a lot of men in Hollywood that came out and they filed sexual harassment cases too. So, remember, in your workplace, be safe. In your workplace, don't gossip. In your workplace, if you can help it, don't shit where you eat. But if you just happen to fall in love and it works out, then I'm happy for you. But if it doesn't, move on. Life goes on. Hey, this is Calvin Anderson bringing it to you raw. And stay tuned for my next video. Have a great day. It's a beautiful day in New Jersey. Can you believe it? This is November. It's like 60-something degrees. I'm at the beach presenting a video to you. Have a great day, everyone. Love you.